Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
Tiff.
and this week we're covering the AFC East. We told y'all we're going to get into the draft. We're going to cover a little bit of their free agency and just kind of feel, pre-minicamp, what we feel like each team in the division's going to do and how they've upgraded themselves.
This is rookie minicamp, right?
Yeah, right now. Well, rookie minicamp's coming up.
And then
Voluntary OTAs just happened.
Okay. I saw actually one thing I did see. I saw a lot of veterans.
A lot of
Yeah.
Kirk
Usually-
Cousins
you know
was
how
out there.
usually they
Aaron
do.
Rodgers was out there. Yeah.
This is the first time you've seen a lot of veterans like, nah, I'm not taking. I'm taking. I think they're also getting prepared because they're like, I'm also them getting ready to try to extend the season and all the talks.
They're talking about 18 games and stuff like that. And I mean, even with that though, but a lot of people are starting to point out that like they keep shortening how much they can hit. They keep shortening how much these practices can be, and the injuries are going up.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys are like, yeah, I'm starting to not feel like I'm in game shape until like week 6. Which I mean, an 18 game season helps with that because it gives you 2-3
More
games in the
real-
beginning to kind of shake
Shake
off.
Uh-huh.
But but yeah, more practice is better. I'm sorry. There's never a situation where easing up is better for you athletically.
So the veterans are starting to practice with the rookies.
Yeah.
I think it's better. It's nice something that Seth also saw with Titans. Like everybody was there.
Yeah.
It's going to develop better.
I'm excited. So
like Levis can't develop properly if he's throwing to basically practice squad guys because the vets are like, I don't need this.
And everybody needs this.
And we got a new coach too, so like all of this stuff. So
that is true. That might be a little bit to do with it too, because he doesn't really know everybody. Like it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I mean, the Chiefs just have so many court cases.
Yeah, they're criminals.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God, they're the new 95 Cowboys.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Okay. I see how.
2000
Actually-
Ravens.
No, it's more like the Wild Wild West out there. Remember, the Raiders can't keep people out of prison
That's true.
either.
Well, Vegas is gonna be a problem anyway. I said that. Like you got them young
Yeah.
guys out there, and like
Yeah, but I
Peyton
mean,
Valley.
Kansas City's fans are getting locked up.
oh, well, that's Kansas
They're
City.
getting a little out of
That is
hand.
what it
It's
is.
getting a little crazy, Casey.
They also
Like
are in
most
Missouri.
places, the more they win, the like more peaceful the area
That is
gets.
true. Like Lions is probably the most
Yeah.
peaceful Detroit's been in a minute. Eminem giving out hugs and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Never seen that stuff.
There's a rap beef going on, and I haven't even heard his opinion. That tells you how happy him is. He's telling them to give each other hugs. There's no need for this argument. The Lions are in the playoffs. But
we'll see if that happens again.
I think they'll make the playoffs again.
You guys think
3 wild cards.
You guys think
Okay.
we're gonna have 2 teams from this division in the playoffs again?
Brr.
Miami did a good job filling things in.
I gotta say, because I don't think there's any way that Miami and the Jets have a just fall off the face of the year season. You know what I mean?
So we're counting Buffalo all the way up. It's definitely gonna make it.
No, I guess that's another. I don't know.
think they
Okay,
I don't see why they couldn't.
perfect way to segue right here because we're gonna get into
No, this is
what they've done, and you lose Stephon Diggs, Keon Coleman.
And
Keon
yeah.
Coleman is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious. And he's gonna be a guy that, no offense, unlike Diggs, he's gonna get people
He seems friendlier.
more,
Now,
incorporated.
I said something earlier, and I didn't know. Like, I was watching him play, and I was like, he gives me a CeeDee Lamb kind of feel. I was like, he do like a little bigger and stuff like that. Yeah, and then come to find out that's his cousin.
We were watching the video, like, yeah, come
Watching-
to find out they're like cousins. And we're like, oh,
Really?
that makes
That,
Like-
wow.
It was funny because it was
Small
like,
world.
yeah, she was very much like, well, because who did I say he remind? I
Like
said
a
he
little-
plays kind of like Diggs.
Yeah, with a
He
little
reminds me of
AB,
Diggs.
right?
There's a lot of, with a little bit of AB in it. And she was like, he reminds me of Lamb. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they're like, come to find out, that's his cousin. We're
I
like,
was like, okay.
YouTube's listening to us.
So, they always are, but yeah.
But
so
yeah.
I was like, but yeah, I think that
And then
Getting Cole Bishop to replace.
getting Cole Bishop to replace, yeah, Jordan. It's hard to go from
all pros.
all pro
yeah.
to let's hope this college kid
Work
can do
out.
that.
Yeah.
Because it's not even about you got to replace a good player. You got to replace a great player.
Yeah.
So
And that's gonna. I mean,
they got Lil Wayne from Duke.
true. And they also.
Ray Davis look good.
Ray Davis is good. Their center from Georgia. He's a beast, and he's really going to help the middle.
Georgia produces good all offensive linemen.
Yeah.
So, like...
And Mitch Morse was their center, right? And they lost him.
I'm not even sure. I don't remember him being free. It must have
happened.
happened.
I can't 100% whether it's Mitch Morse or not, but I know the Bills lost their center. So that's kind of like a real need that they got somebody stout to, fill in there. Mm. Add a little bit more O-line with Travis Clayton, see if that, trying these international... Most of these international players, honestly...
They look good, yeah.
Yeah, because for you to get here from these small markets, you got to be amazing. So, you know what I mean? You're at Toledo, it's hard enough to get in, let alone
we think
England.
Sumos are next.
Yeah, watching that film with Michael Parsons and C.J. Stroud, like, that's your new guard.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's like, let me call Jerry.
But, I mean, they've added some stuff. Like, I get Gabe Davidson fantasy a lot. So, Chase Claypool is perfect because they're both going to do nothing. But
you also got
that
Samuel.
helps. Curtis Samuel can kind of... That kind of gives them that Cole Beasley back.
Yeah.
Curtis Samuel kind of does that underneath.
He's that slot guy who's...
He's going to find the open seam and catch something for 5-6 yards regularly.
Yeah.
So that,
And it takes a lot of pressure off other people. Allen can have time to do things. Yeah.
And let's be real. Quarterback is one of the hardest ones to replace.
Yeah.
They have.
And they have a quarterback. A running back helps take some of the pressure off the quarterback.
And giving him I was reading a stats, a thing. Most of the sacks that Josh Allen received were more so due to him than his offensive line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He held the ball a long time. It was in weird directions.
Or where he is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that tells you that, okay, some of the mistakes, they're inflicted because you think you can do everything.
They've told him that you need to stop trying to be Superman. Like, run the play.
Look what Superman gets him.
I mean, he did better, I think, last year. I think he looked a lot more mature, I thought.
He's gotten better every season. It's just that, I don't know if it's not coming, not saying it's all coming together. It's just like, they just get in the playoffs. They're just like...
you're starting to see almost panic when he gets in the play. Like, when he starts playing certain teams or in certain positions, I think he wants it so bad now.
Well, he used to get very arrogant about it. He got that little cheap smile, like, I'm about to do this.
Well, we about that. And then he
lost the ball to the other person.
What, 43 seconds?
Yeah.
43 seconds?
And then he looked all pitiful. So I think he learned from that.
Then
now he looks a little bit more nervous. Then he gets chewed out by
Stephon Diggs. He's just like...
Yeah, so he looks a little bit more nervous. But I feel like he takes it more serious now. Then, like, he knows that these are very, these are NFL
also,
defenders.
For the Buffalo Bills, him and McDermott on the hot seat.
They are. They very much
can't
are.
They can't keep doing what they're doing. The Buffalo Bills Mafia is definitely expecting
results.
They should be used to pain, though.
I mean, yeah, but after a while,
you want the baby.
Was it Tomlin said earlier?
I don't know. You about to mess it up.
And if as athletes, people want the baby, they don't care how hard the labor. Or the
yeah.
Hey, oh no. I mean, I will say. Honestly, from their draft picks, they answered a lot of the questions they have. They have holes.
As long as it develops.
Hopefully, but some of these guys will be week 1 starters. Some of these people are going to be ones who develop, hopefully. Or you never know. Some of these guys might not make it past training camp.
That's very true.
Now, my only thing with this year's draft is I feel like certain positions got drafted really, really late. So, like running back, tight end, DB, you were getting guys that any other draft probably would have been in like maybe second, third, some of them even first.
They've been gone, and now
that were going 5th, 6th, 7th round. You've got tight ends that were literally 7th round picks that are probably going to start.
Well, the only thing about that is because they're late round draft picks. Only thing is, that also
pay them less.
Pay them less, and also a lot of them are coming in spots like, well, you might be a depth piece, and you might be able to be cut.
Yeah.
So like that, like so with how deep this draft was, also doesn't mean they're all going to make teams.
Well, yeah,
because that's the only thing. But it is nice to know that this draft was so talented. But I'm also worried. We don't know, but it's just like okay, this is also changing the guard. There's a lot of old people in this
Yeah.
So
well, and I think they're starting to get over. You're starting to get these younger kids in,
and a lot of them, and now they're just
like
immediately.
And
there's not. We don't have
that layover between college and pro is not the same.
There you go. He's gonna learn, but they already.
That's because most of college run a pro style offense.
Yeah,
now, so.
I mean, you got wide receivers in this draft because that part of the reason why running back and tight end and DB was taken so late is because there were so many wide receivers. But even with that, you've got starting wide receiver 2 and 3s that again fit 6th, 7th round.
I think it's better programs now. Like you get with the Mannings and they are
developmental programs from high school and younger.
Different camps.
I think you used to literally have just got random dads teaching kids football until basically high school. Even high school sometimes that's all it was.
And now you got professional. I mean, think about like even like the little league kids now. They're coming out.
Pac-Man coaches his kid in little league. Peyton's kid's like 12.
They're doing NFL style plays.
Sean Payton is winning. Yeah, like they're. And then with YouTube, you've literally got 5-year-olds that are like watching in-depth breakdowns of cover 2 because they can YouTube it. Like
so, yeah,
learning to read defenses.
The game has changed. Like,
but
there's just a lot of education out there now. It's available at your fingertips.
So it kind of gives you the ability to draft. Like I said, I mean, we've got. I feel like if you look at every team. They're like, oh yeah, we pretty much got every player we wanted.
Yeah,
and that's crazy for 32 teams to all pretty much be able to get all the guys.
Very excited about their
we got pick. From pick 1 to our last pick. We pretty much that was our board.
Yeah,
that's gonna make this even crazy. But moving on in the division, we're gonna leave the New York area right quick and head over to Massachusetts, where the New England Patriots literally needed 90% of the draft because their team is terrible.
But I think they did.
No, they definitely. I will give you Patriots fans. Y'all did a very good job.
They build the offense. Like,
I think the Joe Milton pick. I get they get Drake May.
That's insurance.
That is super insurance.
They've been hurt by quarterbacks.
And with his ability to put that ball downfield, I could see him being one of them like a team like us.
Yeah.
Who has rebuilt our defense. We did everything but quarterback. If we come out and we look like a Jets situation where we're like, dude, this team is really good. This guy just sucks. You start getting, y'all really need Joe Milton?
Yeah.
And if Drake May is out there absolutely dealing, no, you don't need him. What are you trying to get for him?
You remember a healthy car before he broke his leg?
Who, Joe Milton?
No.
Drake May?
Oh, Drake May.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I can see that. I was like, Joe Milton. Joe Milton gives me
I can see why you want your backup quarterback because
Joe Milton gives me
because Drake May is gonna give himself killed.
Randall Cunningham.
To be fair, North Carolina's horrible.
Yeah.
The line's terrible. The receivers are everyone like.
I don't do it. It won't get done.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
He reminds me.
He gives me a little air. But see, do you remember? He wasn't San Diego State. Where did Josh Allen go? North Dakota State?
Josh Allen went to Wyoming.
When Josh Allen played at Wyoming, that's what it looked like.
Okay.
He had to do everything. His mechanics were trash. He just had a cannon and was a fighter.
Okay. So, I mean.
So you're either getting Derek Carr with a broken leg or you're getting Josh Allen. I'm like, yeah.
I said healthy.
Healthy
Derek
leg. That's right.
Carr.
I'm sorry.
He was good before he broke his leg.
He was.
But then he put himself in places where you can get hurt.
I mean, he also didn't have a coach who believed in him either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, Gerard Mayo believes in him. They didn't move from the 3rd pick. They could have got a bunch of picks. Mm-hmm. They could have had 30 picks if they went.
They got linemen.
But they got linemen to help.
And they finally got wide receivers.
They got wide receivers. Jalen Polk,
they got Tilo.
And Javon
because
Baker,
of Rome Odunze, everybody kind of like writes off because I think they did the same thing with Malik Neighbors and Brian Mitchell. Or not Brian Mitchell. Brian Thomas. Like, if Malik Neighbors and Rome Odunze aren't there, Jalen Polk is the number 1 receiver, and he's a star. Like,
I was looking at him,
Javon
Baker.
Yeah, UCF, a very pass-heavy team, and
he's shifty. Mm-hmm. He was just juking people around their shoes, like they.
And even I even looked at Jaheim Bell.
Bell,
you know what? He doesn't look like your traditional tight end.
Yeah,
he's tall, kind of skinny. He's not real big, but he's shifty. You see, but he's shifty.
Kind of Darren Wallery.
Kind of, yeah.
They're gonna be quick then, because I thought when it came to
that was the problem. Remember last year,
they were
Mac Jones. They were slow. slow getting
because
off
they were
the
another
ball.
one like the Jets. Their defense was very good, but that offense was.
Yeah.
There was nothing they could do.
Teams were track
their wide receivers couldn't get separation. Only people they had.
Mac Jones couldn't put the ball anywhere. The line couldn't block. The running backs couldn't run. The only one that did anything on the whole team was Zeke.
And then he even going, and nothing he can do to help that. So yeah.
I mean, and they also remember. Don't forget they got KJ Osborne in the free agency.
Yeah, which is another
Antonio
solid
Gibson
receiver
from the Commanders.
Another solid
player.
player.
Austin Hooper, old, but they still.
I mean, he can still do the protection of what
They
you
also
need.
resigned what's his face, the other tight end they already had on the You know who it is?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who has been kind of unproductive, but we know he has the ability.
Yeah, because I had to go put him.
That was bad.
Like,
but with how much they needed, what they've done in the draft, what they've done in free agency, but I gotta respect what this new regime has done.
But I'm still just shocked. They're still going to be running a lot of what Bill and them were doing. I thought, even though that's what Gerard knows and he's comfortable with, I was expecting him to go his own way. But the defense is fine.
It ain't broke. I mean,
the offense was broke
because it was under. There was no talent on that team for years.
Yeah,
Belichick hasn't been able to put a winning offense together since Brady left.
That's because he thought he could still create matchup with those late. What he was doing.
I'm gonna go get this kid from Lafayette that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah, so I mean, with what we've seen from I like. You're right. I think now new regime. We also have to be graceful and give them.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to be a playoff team this year.
Yeah. It's kind of, but
I think
they
could be.
I
think they could be a game. I think they could be like one of them teams where like you got to play them.
Yeah.
But if you play them, you're going to beat them.
I got you.
That's true, and also we're just so used to that they were good for 20 years.
Yeah, you're not used to saying New England sucks or average is trash for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're a franchise where average is ass.
Yeah, they're not dominating.
I mean, everybody got to start rebuilding at some point.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
you want to talk about them fish?
Finishing up? No, I'm gonna finish up that northern region with the New York Jets. Jets. Jets.
They did
a good job.
They had to because they were decimated by injury. From week 1, play 4.
Yeah. Jordan Travis.
Yeah.
Get him in late rounds, like a 5th round pick. If he doesn't hurt his leg, he's probably a top 10 pick.
I'm obviously gonna like that Braylon Allen and
Braylon Allen and
it'd be nice to have
what's their running back? Oh my god, I really like him. Because I was about to say Bryce Huff, and I think that's what's messing me up.
He tore his ACL, now he's back. Why can't
yes, he did. Double check this one. Wow, I feel very
Hall.
Yeah, Bryce Hall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I didn't have to look it up. We didn't get there.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be because Braylon Allen is so just physically pounding.
And then that also the CFL cornerback from Toronto, Quantez Stiggers.
Yeah, I've actually Yeah, like
he gonna get people in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know one guy who got the wide receiver Malachi Corley, the one we saw.
Another receiver, and with the receivers they have, they can develop receivers. This is going to be another.
And you got Rodgers throwing the ball.
Remember, they got Mike Williams coming off that injury. They got Mike Williams, and they got Tyron Smith, along with they got that big boy. What big boy did they get off from tackle from? Oh yeah, Olu Fashanu. Yeah, from Penn State.
Yeah, so
monster.
And then
they got some big names for when they drafted. Because like you said, Quantez Stiggers 5th round.
That's right. They got
Jordan
a cornerback
Travis 5th
too.
round.
And I remember them talking about him like pre-draft, like dude, boom. Then like I said, Jordan Travis without the injury is a top 10 pick.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, it's gonna
be running back that can run you over, a wide receiver that looks like a star.
And any defensive stuff they added, that defense, we know solid. That
defense is already phenomenal.
Now they lost a couple people. They lost Bryce Huff and they lost.
And that sucks, but
that'll be. I think they lost Bryce Huff and they lost. What they lose? I had it right.
I mean, the center of that defensive line is really what the staple of that defense is.
Quentin Williams.
Yeah.
Them boys are gonna be okay.
The Williams brothers inside.
Yeah, so this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I think they could be.
as just like we said about McDermott, Salah's also on the hot seat because he has to produce with the team he has in front of him.
Yeah.
Remember, even though
because people were pissed, they were pissed. Yeah, I heard that even the owners were mad that at no point in time was it made to because Josh Dobbs goes and wins.
Never been able to go get what's his name
Trey Lance.
You need a quarterback.
Josh Dobbs is literally bouncing around the NFL and playing pretty well every place he is.
Remember, they had no money.
That's right.
They had nothing. Even with Aaron Rodgers restructuring before the season,
that's true.
And all their money was, and then they went out also and got Dalvin Cook and let him go. Remember, they did all those moves and it didn't work.
Yeah,
and so
it was injury. I mean,
they were. It's just.
Well, it's nice to have a backup that can probably score. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And also, let's be real. Zach Wilson didn't really have that big of an arm.
But they didn't even really need. They just needed a touchdown.
A little bit of production. If he could have found anything he could have done.
Because
who came in for him? Who was the guy who came in for him this year? They'd rather have him in.
Somebody terrible.
Oh, what is wrong with us tonight?
No, it's one of them names that you'll kind of forget like that.
Yeah, he was just. I knew it wasn't Mike White because Mike White went to Miami or whatever his name is. It was oh my goodness, I don't remember.
It was an old player.
Yeah, I can't think. You are mad when you find it.
I don't know. Who were Jets backup QBs?
Yeah. Oh, they're telling me this year it's Tyrod Taylor.
Go back to the last year's right up top. It says 2023, right?
Ah, so it's a smart man you got.
He was on it at the end of the season, wasn't he?
No, they got
They
got him playing from this year.
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but it was. That's how unimportant.
That's how much he mattered.
Yeah.
So I, if you ever see this, I apologize, but it's true.
It's true. I know who it was. The name is not. It's escaping me.
But no, they just couldn't get anything done. And
you think we'll see Rodgers play this year? I don't think so.
Yeah. He had. First of all, he went down first.
From what I heard, the only reason he didn't come back with 2-3 weeks left in the season is because they didn't have a chance.
Yeah. It wasn't worth risking.
If they were in the playoffs, he would have come back this year.
He would have came back to the playoffs.
Cause that was crazy.
But look, he's had a whole season.
They need to fix that field.
They care about player safety so much now because they can wear the Guardian caps now during the games
and look like a moron.
Fix the fields, NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
you're a $1 billion conglomerate.
Yeah, no offense.
What's going on?
And I'm a Giants fan, so we play at MetLife, and
it's grass.
I've been saying for years, I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like nobody can stay healthy on our team. Now I know because our
teams, y'all pay people $100,000 to take care of the field, turf. Well, get somebody out there to fucking cut the grass.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to
lay down grassy. Do what you
be
do.
Better. That's the whole wrap up. You got two teams that are getting massacred with injuries.
You want to extend the season?
Fix the field.
But you want to,
make it make sense.
Yeah, I agree. So
I'm
check out Rodgers' first play. Yeah.
Andrew Thomas pulled a hamstring trying to run down a kick return or a field goal block or something like the first drive. I mean, yeah, your lineman shouldn't be having to run down in that situation, but
still,
you should be able to run without throwing something.
That's not the point, right? Damn. I guess we're gonna talk about the fish now.
We can talk about the fishies.
Dolphins. You know your problem is the 3 teams you got to play in division all play in the cold.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
And you don't play well.
You have to be
You have to win the division, and that's the problem with Miami.
You gotta make them come to Miami.
It's not even win the division. Y'all have to win the AFC. You have to be the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
You can't go to Kansas City. We saw how that went.
Yeah, oh my goodness! You
go to Buffalo. You're gonna go to New England. You're gonna go to the Jets.
Negative what? The poor Hawaiian baby kid was like, "What? No, you're not made for that."
Every good team in the AFC, you're gonna have to go through something cold.
So even that's what you do. Icebox practice.
Baltimore's cold by then. Pittsburgh, it's cold by then. Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Yeah. The only thing is AFC South gives you a little bit of reprieve because but if you go to Houston, you're gonna.
But I mean, how many of them are gonna make it?
Cincinnati don't have a dome.
Cincinnati. No, Cincinnati doesn't have a dome. But Houston got a dome. Nobody answers another dome.
No, I think I'm thinking of Minnesota. I'm thinking something.
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, no, hell no, they can't
Cold
play
type of
outside
dome.
Minnesota. Motherfuckers have frostbite.
Yeah, that'd be.
Hence why them in Detroit play indoors.
Yeah. We wouldn't have a season.
Shit, I don't even know why Wisconsin allows it. Because Lambeau's so old.
Well, they use the cold against you.
Yeah.
Like,
But they can't win. Sometimes too. Look what happened to them.
They winning when it.
Sometimes it does get so cold in there that they can't play.
They choke.
Like when? Like,
Aaron choked a couple times.
Not the ice.
How many Super Bowls does he have?
Brett Favre
How
lost.
many Super
Eli
Bowls
came in
does he
there.
But
have?
and-
he's not from cold. We don't do well in the cold either.
Eli went in and beat both of them.
Aaron's from Cali.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, Brett Favre didn't care for the cold either.
Jordan Love? Didn't he play it? Where did Jordan Love come from?
I don't know. We gotta look up everything.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Anyway,
My goodness.
but point being,
Can't
this
get
isn't
full
even
flight.
just about.
You came from UCLA.
I think you're right, it's UCLA. But the point being, it's not even about whether your draft good enough. Was it good enough to be the best team in the AFC? Now, adding Chop Robinson, definite plus.
He named
That kid is
see,
amazing.
With how long it's going to take
Quarterback
for Phillips and Chubb to come back, it's good that you guys got Chop. It's also good you got Muhammad Kamara.
Yes, another absolute dog.
But you guys also signed Shaquille Barrett, Jordan Poyer,
Which
and
will
Kendrick
help.
Fuller.
Which will help. Which will help.
So like y'all, because y'all didn't have depth in the backside.
Patrick Paul from Houston, because that offensive line needed some help. So now they got that tackle situation a little
That's
bit.
true. And you also
Patrick Paul's a dog.
you got Jalen Ramsey back there still.
Focus.
Yeah.
You got Jalen. You got your defense. You just had to get depth. You guys were pretty good, but it was just y'all got hurt all
Now,
of the season. So if you let go,
adding Patrick Paul as all O tackle helps in that offense.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Wright helps in the backfield.
But there's a 3-headed dog right there. Raheem Mostert.
That's a lot of speed out of the backfield.
HM.
And Malik Washington out of Virginia is a dog.
And don't forget about Taj Washington.
And Taj Washington from USC. So you added, like I said, you didn't need a number one because you have two of those.
Yeah.
So you added two solid number twos. You added a solid third running back. You added a tackle. And you boasted a defense that's already really good.
And you guys also signed Odell Beckham.
Which should help for like a game or two before he gets hurt.
Now, the thing...
He got help longer.
But
he ended up getting hurt.
But the problem with that is you guys got all speed. So
there's no physicality.
It's all speed.
Team, yeah.
All speed and finesse. And Mike Daniels has a very tricky like
game plan.
So like he's doing a lot of reverses.
Yeah.
And so you get a team like,
and because they were in weren't they in Hard Knocks last year? Is that the one?
Yes.
And so we saw how they were trying to get the ball to his hands quickly because concussion situation.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like holding the ball long. The ball's gone.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And you play a Buffalo or a Pittsburgh, and
when that cold gets in y'all blood, y'all get a little slow.
A little bit.
Just a lot. Yeah. But
so I mean,
it's all about.
Now, like I said, I like who you added.
Time staying healthy throughout the full.
They had some injuries.
Get banged up going to the cold.
As soon as they go to the cold, and it's cold by.
It's cold.
November.
Yeah.
So
it's cold in Buffalo by August.
Yeah, by August.
It's cold in Buffalo, like end of September, beginning of October.
No, like Tim the Tan Man was talking about why he moved to Florida, and he was like, "Dude, it snowed in May."
Yeah.
Like I was done with it. Like yeah.
No, man, it's quite interesting. I was very after doing all this. The AFC East drafted, like we said, very well.
Drafted well.
And also to reiterate, like most teams did fill most of their holes.
Yeah.
But
I think New England had the best draft out of this division.
Really?
I think they needed more than anybody.
They needed the fact that they filled. If you think about like, what did the Jets need to fill?
Oh, that O line was trash.
Some depth, right?
O line was trash. They got the O line. They got some more wide receivers to help.
But a lot of their O line came in free agency. Other than Olu, that's most of their O line.
Okay.
So what they added in the draft, it's all cool pieces. But they could have literally not drafted this, and they'd still,
have almost the same.
You look at, like I said,
Buffalo.
You look at Buffalo, and they got a lot of pieces, but they lost a lot of superstars.
Yeah.
that's going to be hard to just make back.
That's true. Like, no, yeah.
Miami, they got a lot of pieces. They got the things they needed, but I mean, you're focused on what they already had.
And New England is young, too.
New England is stupid young.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they put a lot of talent, especially in that offense, which really sucked.
It's where the problem was the offense.
So we'll see. That means these OTAs, rookie training camp, and all that stuff is really going to be beneficial for them.
Oh yeah, they need it
to be able to start getting on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can get behind you on that.
That's what I was saying when I was.
If that was the case, I'd probably say okay, New England 1, 2 for me.
I'm gonna go Buffalo for Jets and draft.
Yeah, Buffalo, and I'm gonna say
Jets and Miami.
You think Miami?
I think Miami had those.
I'm gonna say Miami 3, Jets 4.
Really?
Why is that?
The reason why I'm saying that is because Miami was looking good a lot last season, but their depth was the problem, and they fixed a lot of that depth and getting other pieces in there. Like you said with the Jets. If they didn't add
we won't
know until they play.
Like we're just waiting to see if Aaron Rodgers plays.
That's where we were last year. We won't know until we.
And we were super excited last year about the Jets because of the little paper. They looked like, yeah.
And then when Rodgers got hurt, I thought it was gonna be like over, and like they still.
They beat Buffalo.
They was beat Philly, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they beat some teams.
Yeah, so they made it. They made them work for it. So I want to see it happen. It's just like.
Yeah.
Like
we said last year was a great year for free agency, and
this year was insane. Like,
well, I feel like this draft. I mean, it's hard to find a team that you're like, literally. I think part of the reason that the Michael Penix picks is getting blown up by Atlanta is because there's no other pick you can think of that you're like, the hell are y'all doing?
Well, because it just doesn't make sense.
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that that's the only, and I mean, he is stupid talented. What if Kirk Cousins' old ass leg don't come back working? What if he doesn't mesh with the team? What if they both pan out and they're good and we now can use it as draft? There's a lot of ways that situation could pan out well for them.
Yeah. This draft stock.
And the fact that that's the worst pick we can think of in the draft so far. I mean, granted, you could come in and some
teams. Worst is just the more explosive.
Asinine?
It was everybody was shell shocked. Everybody.
Top 10 pick at a position. You just paid a guy $100 million.
But they said they couldn't believe he was still there, so they took it.
Well,
I mean, he might be
people
a bargain
say a lot of
piece.
things.
Hey, look, I got a shiny new QB.
Hey, we got a really talented team, and our QB sucks. Just saying. You know they ranked Daniel Jones the 32nd.
Oh, that's the one you wanted anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's
32nd ranked quarterback in the NFL.
Right now? Right now?
Mm. Yeah, he's...
Well.
And he is.
Good luck, Drew Lock.
Actually, that's not true. I think he's lower than that. I think there's backups that are better.
Well, I saw one where people said that Will Levis was not 32.
Tommy
DeVito did better than him.
Taylor came in and started putting up touchdowns.
Scoring.
Like immediately.
They was putting up points, not a lot of points, but points. He couldn't put up.
You couldn't do anything.
I know.
It was very bad.
It was rough.
That's another blow. Joe Milton. I kind of was hoping.
I thought y'all were gonna do it later.
I'm like, I bet maybe we can do like a fifth. He's still there. Let's go ahead and take it. Okay, so we're just not going quarterback.
This makes no sense to me. It's not like you don't need one. Even like.
And didn't Mara say if I agree if there's somebody there you guys want for quarterback, go for one? Remember he said that beforehand.
Apparently they just didn't feel that anybody after May was really worth it,
which was shocking to me.
I don't know how you could say that.
But anyway,
I think $40 million a year going to our currit. They're like, we'll figure that out next year when we have that contract.
Why? You already have them.
I think it's because they can get from under it next year. Easy, it's a little bit easier on the pockets. So they knew this year there was nothing we could do.
And they knew we needed so much. Yeah. It was one of two things: we were either going to get a quarterback and then still need some stuff around him, or we were going to deck the team out and then need a quarterback.
You've matured so well because. It was just 2 weeks ago. You was about to blow some shit up, so I'm loving it. Thank you.
Hang on. You guys just also signed somebody for agency like a couple days ago. I want to call you about.
Don't bring that up.
What's his name?
Rourke. He's a third string. I just read it. It's somebody.
It was somebody.
volcano here.
Yes.
Look, I feel bad because I should know, but
Good shot.
but it was.
Yeah,
I don't know.
this
I
time we
can't
talk
remember.
about stuff before.
Yeah, well, we weren't
so
planning on
don't
talking
have
about
to-
this, but
This is third.
Oh, Allen Robinson.
oh, the receiver.
Yeah, you signed Allen Robinson.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was actually happy about that. That's another.
I thought that was
I'm
decent.
like, okay, that's a big body
So
receiver,
what
and
you
we haven't
thought
had
he was
one.
talking about?
We signed a like third or fourth string quarterback, and I just like,
Oh, I don't know who that was.
who cares? Stop it, stop signing bums. We're gonna have a million bums behind Daniel Jones. And maybe one of them will be Rocky.
I was
Like-
I was talking about Allen Robinson.
They're like literally walking down the street, like, hey, that homeless guy just threw that trash in the trash can from a mile away.
You sure you
You want to play quarterback for the Giants?
That's how the Ravens got theirs, right? Nah, that's not true. I didn't say that.
But seriously, Allen Robinson. That yes, I was happy about that. Gives us some size because I just felt like all the receivers we keep trying to go for were speed, and I'm just like, dude, we don't have anybody with size. Which is why I wanted what was it, Xavier Leggett? Yeah, so bad because he's so big. And it was like domination. That's what we need. And nope, we're gonna go get another fast guy and hope he can outrun everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Which only works if our line holds and our quarterback can throw the ball. So we'll see. But all in all, I think if the Jets perform, I think they will win that division.
We said that shit last season.
Wait, did you get?
Oh, Rodgers got hurt.
I know.
I think the Patriots had the best draft,
I do.
but I still think they're going to need a year or two to get that.
So you still think
together.
You still think just have the best promise? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I think in the next 5-year window, I think we're going to be like, man.
Maybe. You never know.
All right.
I'm not. The Jets have yes.
Jets have 3.
I'm so
3.
confused. We
Well,
keep doing the
I
Jets.
think Aaron only has 3 left.
You think he got 3 left?
Yeah, but I really think that Jordan Travis is going to translate, and so you're
Okay.
going to go from him to Travis,
Right on.
and it's going to just
So
be.
you don't think they're gonna Jets it on up? You don't think
I'm
it's
being
gonna be more of the same?
optimistic. I'm being optimistic.
Or Jordan Travis could be Chad Pennington.
A lot of people know the Jets are Chad Pennington, so it just is what it is.
Or maybe you'll get yourself a resurgence of Aaron, and he'll be like Vinny Testaverde.
Play until he's 50.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
He does take care of his
I need
body.
Buffalo to win even when they're good. So I'm
Why
sorry
you
because
need
that's what they
Buffalo
not need like for me to be like Buffalo like
I don't
4
know.
Super Bowls in a row lost. 4 wait, how many years have Josh Allen been in the league? Supposed to be one of the best, and he gets blown out in the playoffs every year. It's just
See
the
them
team
lose
as a whole
another
disappoints
Super
too
Bowl
much.
might be
can't,
fun.
huh?
I think seeing them lose another Super Bowl might be fun.
Goodness, no.
I can't.
Somebody's
No,
somebody's gonna jump off Niagara
pathetic.
Falls.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they can handle
No,
I don't think-
that's not even funny.
I just
Buffalo,
don't
the whole
that.
city,
Cowboys
whole
again,
city,
that'd be
whole
great,
city,
right?
whole city of Buffalo on suicide watch.
No, because if they lose
Nah,
to Philly, they
I
gonna just
don't-
hate the East as a whole.
we'll see.
It's a
I
whole
just-
unit.
yeah.
They gonna just hate the East.
But Miami has to show me they can win in the cold. I'm not gonna care until
They
then.
never have been able to.
Never
What?
have
So
been
that's
able
what I'm
to.
saying. They gonna have. You want to win it all. You won't have to do what you do, Miami. You got this.
And
You
I
can
feel
do
like
this.
that's where we are with the whole division.
You guys better go kiss that 72 Super Bowl.
You know,
Or stop
like
playing in cold places to practice and stuff. You know.
go to Alaska for your off season. Play pickup games in Moscow.
They'll never make it back home.
Yeah, that's true.
Jesus.
Siberia, whatever, Antarctica,
No.
and find a way to win in the cold.
Go play
Bills don't choke
Look,
in the
go play in
playoffs.
the Yukon or Canada.
Jets don't jet it up. New England's gonna be New England again in a couple of years. So the rest of y'all get your shit together.
What does that mean? New England might be New England of what we know of New England. Don't let Brady
Craig.
fog your eyes
Look,
of what New England used to be.
We will see. I'm not giving anything to anybody.
You
The
remember
AF
pre Brady New England?
Drew Bledsoe?
Don't even get me started. Okay.
Playoff.
Don't even bring me up with Bledsoe.
Hey.
Okay.
I remember when you guys. I remember you guys remember what the Patriots were like in the 90s.
Okay.
They beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
And lost to Brett Favre. Anyway.
Yeah, they did.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Hit us on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll let y'all next week. All right. Peace.